I've never taken a music lesson in my life. I always thought that, I mean, lessons aren't bad. I just felt that if you get too much in the technical end of music, you tend to lean towards like, oh, you're playing a lick and you really like it, but, oh, gee, that's not technically right. Well, I never felt that way. I've always felt that whatever feels right to you is the best. So no, I've never had any lessons or anything. I just feel what comes from my gut.
You know what? I take vocal lessons right before we do each album, just to get my voice in shape, because your voice is just like a muscle, you know, and if you don't use it all the time, it gets weak. And so before we go in and record a record, I go and do a lot of vocalizing just so I can get my chops back up for the record.
I'm glad where we came from was exploited lyrically on the albums. You know, kids lived that out with us. A lot of our fans now are my age, you know, 30 and up, and they have, you know, now got families and have gone through their own little, you know, scenarios, whether they're good or bad. And I think our music relates to them now on that level. You know, we still have songs like She Goes Down, which I think everyone can, you know, enjoy. It's like, it's tongue-in-cheek rock and roll. You know, it can't be too serious. Yet at the same time, I believe, you know, lyrically, that it's time to kind of do some thought-provoking stuff. Something like Primal Scream's a good example. I think that touched on something a lot of people can relate to. You know, and the Primal Scream theory and therapy is and was very rock and roll. It's something that, it's basically about the release of pinned up, you know, energy and pinned up, you know, anger. When you're pissed off and sick of people telling you what to do, you primal scream. You go to a rock concert, you primal scream.
There's so many stories that I would love to tell y'all, but I can't. And but I tell you what, we have such a good time, man. And I don't know, when the four of us get together, man, it's like trouble follows us, and we meet it head on, man. And it's a blast. We you know, we're just like you know, four brothers, man. We just go out and hang out with each other and tear up places, and it's pretty wild at times.
I loved doing Anarchy in the UK, the song. It was there was no we had nothing to live up to in the sense of being musically precise. So we just kind of attacked it real nonchalantly, and I think that's part of the magic of the song in the original as well, because the Sex Pistols were a real non-serious musical band, real serious on attitude, and that's sort of how we attacked the song. When we did the video in Europe, we played the Marquee Club, which was a trip. You know, it's like only 200, 300 kids there to see us play, where the next night we were playing in front of 75,000. It was great getting the feedback from the kids that close, and we did Anarchy. It really turned into a punk show.
Punk song up. It's impossible.
If it was one of our songs, it'd be kind of a bummer. But
Dude, it's the Sex Pistols, so they probably thought we planned it that way. They're all, that's heavy. You hear how sloppy they played Anarchy? They're heavy.
They're cool.
To me, it's home. To others, it could be a nightmare. But, I mean, there's anything you want, you can get in Hollywood. Any role you ever wanted to play, you could play it in Hollywood. It's like fairy tale land, you know, but it's great because you know it's always there, but you can always leave it if you want.
You know I'm a dreamer, but my heart's of gold. I had to run away high, so I wouldn't come home low. Just when things went right, it doesn't mean they were always wrong. Just take this song, and you'll never be left all alone. Take me to your heart, fill me in your bones. Just one more night, and I'm coming on this long and winding road. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, home sweet home. Tonight, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, home sweet home. You know that I've seen too many romantic dreams, up in lights, falling on a silver screen. My heart's like an open book for the whole world to read. Sometimes nothing keeps me together at the seams. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, home sweet home. Tonight, I'm on my way, just set me free, home sweet home, home sweet home, home sweet home, home sweet home.
You know what a lot of bands don't do is they don't age gracefully. And I think the key to that is just being yourself. I remember when a couple of the guys in the band got married in the early 80s or mid 80s, people were freaking, you know, it's like, oh, this band can't, you know, be married because it's this. I mean, we were always like, why? And then it was, we quit doing drugs, and it's like, well, you know, we're not going to be the bad boys of rock, or we're not going to be out partying all night, so now we can't play rock and roll. And now a couple of us have kids, and it's the same, I keep hearing the same thing. Oh, now they got kids. Oh, now they're over 30. And, man, someone, you know, mentioned to me, they said, well, what about Keith Richards? He quit doing drugs. He's got kids, and he's over 30. And that is the type of people that we aspire to be.
Dude, are we done yet?
I'm out of here, man. See ya.